Hello everyone, welcome back to some more crosswords. I had fun doing the Thursday yesterday, and I thought, hey, maybe we'll try a Friday on camera. Probably won't finish it. It's pretty rare that I can do a Friday by myself, so I'll have to ask the New York Times for some help. Let's get started though. This is Friday, May 29th. Let's see what's going on. Twitter label for top hashtags. Don't they say trending? I don't know, I don't ever use Twitter, so maybe they have some fancy... I don't know, I thought they were trending tweets, right? A relative of a histogram. I mean, a histogram is like, you know, sorting your data into buckets and displaying them usually as like bars, right? So they might be looking for bar chart. Or like box plot kind of thing. It's related but not the same. I wonder if they do mean bar chart actually, because they're not really quite the same thing as a histogram, but they are closely related. Pie chart is the other one that sort of stands out to me, but that doesn't seem quite the same. I'm gonna pencil in bar chart, and we'll see where that gets us. Currency of Indonesia. Goodness. I don't know that. Had a midday break. I mean, so a classic midday break is a siesta, right? And so you could say like siesta'd, right? Obviously it doesn't work well with the other clue that we have. And I don't think that's really even how you would spell siesta'd. But that's the first thing that occurs to me. What else is a midday break? Like, took lunch? Had lunch? I don't think it would be had lunch because they put had in the clue. Ate lunch? Ate lunch is good. Also doesn't fit with the down. This RC thing is not great. I'm going to work on the acrosses for a while before I investigate the downs. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. A tough nut to crack. Geez, I don't know much about the kinds of nuts, right? Are almonds tough to crack? Probably not. Explanation for the existence of evil in God's presence. Now this one I do know. This is free will. Right? That's what they always say. Those, you know, monotheist sorts is like, well, sure, God could do anything, but he gave you free will. That's why there's evil. It's not his fault. The enemy of the... Well, guess I'm... Wait. The enemy of the Joker should be Batman, right? But... I mean, it's not like Batgirl, is it? I know Batwoman... No, Catwoman existed. I don't know a Batgirl, and it would be weird if it were, like, super popular here. So maybe there's someone else. Two-Face? I don't know. Who else does the Joker not like? Just behind... Okay. A dance done to fiddle music. What do you do with a fiddle? Like, I don't know. Thrombus, more familiar. I can never say that word. Familiarly. I always think there should be one more L in it. Familiarly. Like familial, maybe? Anyway. What is a thrombus? It's like... It's somehow related to anatomy, right? It's like some body part or some illness of a body part or something. A cabinet department that tracks homelessness? Huh. I don't know. Like the Department of the Interior seems like they might be into that, right? But I'm so sure of free will. How could that be wrong? They don't mean the devil, do they? No. God's supposed to be more powerful than that. Savage. Don't know. Sister brand of 7-Up? Sister brand. What? I mean, I don't know. Shasta is a different, like, I don't know. There's a bunch of different, like, lemon lime sodas. But that's not what they're talking about. Mint family members. So I assume this is like talking about the family of plants to which mint belongs. Could be juleps, actually. No, a julep is like a mint julep is a thing, but I don't think a julep is a kind of mint or yeah, it's like a kind of drink, right? Yes, that's not relevant. Do without. So what I would like to write here is forego. But I was just recently, I did a crossword like a week ago or something, where I think it was a crossword. Somehow or other, I ended up looking at the word forego, and I found out that forego with an E and without an E are different words. And forego with an E means to like come before, and forego without an E means to do without. So I'm a little skeptical of this answer, even though at first it seems pretty good. Playwright who wrote All Great Truths Begin as Blasphemies. I don't know that, nor can I think of any good four-letter playwrights. Olivia de Havilland and Olivia Newton-John for 2. Well, I've heard of Olivia Newton-John. I don't really know who that is. Maybe that probably ends with an S anyway. Sweet dreams. Sleep well? Sleep tight? Doesn't fit, but like it could start with sleep, right? This is slow going, and the Friday often is until you like finally get a clue that helps you, you know, gives you some purchase on like something to sink your teeth into on the other clues that you don't really know about. It's worse than a bomb. So obviously a bomb could be like an explosive kind of thing. But also in like often they refer to in crosswords bombing as like, you know, what a comic might do if they had a terrible night, they bombed. So worse than a bomb, I don't know. I'm not sure how, I don't know what this means, but it could be, you know, one of those meanings anyway, is my point. Goes once around the track. So something a lap, does a lap, runs a lap. Okay, so that's fine. I was not really married to forego. Lullaby locale. Well, a bedroom, I guess, is where you would sing a lullaby. More specifically, like a baby's room. White House family of the early 20th century. Man, I really don't know enough to do these crosswords. Best something? Huh. Money in slang. Could this really not be free will? Then it could be bat something? I don't know. Money in slang. I mean, cash, obviously, but that's not slang. It's going to be some ridiculous old slang. Probably. Care package sender, often. I guess your mom would send a care package? Oh, interesting. Then this could be an animal, right? Right, savage and animal are both adjectives that describe, you know, some brutality sometimes. Or a noun describing a person with no manners, right? A store window sign. I mean, open is what you would like to put here. Ah, but that would be on the door. On the window, you would write sail. Apparently, it's not free will, right? I saw this RC penciled in. It was like RC Cola, but I was so sure of free will that I didn't even say anything about it. But now that we have the OL, I really think this is RC Cola, and this is not free will. Mint family members. The themes? I don't know. Mint family members doesn't. I don't understand what that has to do with themes. It fills in the words, and something ending with ICE, like that's a common way for an IC to end. Otherwise, it could be like a T or a K or something. But E is one of the, avarice, for example, is a word that would fit this pattern, but doesn't fit with the actual clue. $1 billion Procter & Gamble brand, I assume, is Olay. Sleepy, oh gosh, how do you... Sleepy, what do you say? I feel like that's part of some saying that you would say to like a small child. But I can't think of it. Country album? So this is probably an album about a country, not like country music, because of the question mark. Or something like that. What a relief. Man, something. Probably. Blank kick? I don't know. I mean, there's a free kick in sports. But I don't know any saying that's blank kick and it's 3 letters. Yielding. Okay, so that could mean like, an investment account yields, has a yield. You can stop to allow something to pass. Or it can be like, it has a lot of give to it, right? Like clay is very yielding. And for some reason, I feel like that last meaning is the one that makes sense in a Friday. Why do I have a P here? Oh, a lap. Yes. Oh, I spelled Olay wrong. Whoops. It's worse than a bomb. Actually, what on earth kind of letter can go here, worse than a bomb, and also here? I guess E? Where BMW is headquartered? I mean, Germany somewhere. But more specifically, probably Munich, right? That's a 6-letter city in Germany. That's large. Live well, sloganeer. Dunno. Subject that encompasses net neutrality. Boy, there's a lot of things, right? I mean, it seems like something law, right? But, what kind of... What kind of law is that exactly? Speech law? I don't know. It's kind of a free speech sort of thing, maybe. Central to with of. So something if it is a tenet of, like that would be, it doesn't fit. If you put of at the end, is a tenet of, that's central to. It comes to light. Oh, we have moth again. Wasn't that in yesterday's crossword? I wouldn't have thought of it so quickly if we hadn't just done it yesterday. Put on display without. So you could air something out, like your dirty laundry, so to speak, metaphorically. But I don't think that's right. Product of transcription. So of course the end result of transcription is a transcript. Haha, but I can't think of a 3-letter word for that. The other thing they could be looking for is like a product that you use to transcribe things. For example, a pen. Huh? Ink? I don't know. Woman's name that becomes another woman's name when its vowels are switched. Well, there are not a lot of names, or generally in English, sounds, or there's not a lot of ways you could form a word as consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant, and have it still be valid if the vowels were switched, right? So I kind of don't like this. I mean, Irma. I don't know, for some reason. I guess if it starts with an N, that's an M, that's no good. A certain Afrocentrist informally. I don't know what Afrocentrist means. I know Rasta is a thing that they sometimes put in crosswords. And like Rastafarians kind of are somehow culturally related to Africa. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It is a little embarrassing sometimes to be like kind of describe. You know, I don't know. This is not as intimate as browser history, but like it sure does. You know, I have to say a lot of things that I might be wrong about embarrassingly in these videos. One making a malicious attack, maybe. I don't know. It would be very topical to write cop there, huh? Yowza. Pour over. So, incidentally, the word pour, when used as a verb, is one that people misuse very often. And so much so that it's probably becoming like one of those words that is its own antonym, right? Pour is supposed to mean study very carefully and in great detail, but people use it to mean like skim or browse as well. So I won't be too surprised if pour goes the way of like fast, which means slow also. Or like, I don't know. There's the dust, right? Dust means to apply dust or to remove dust. But pour over, I can't think of a 4-letter synonym for that. It could also somehow be some kind of wordplay on like pores in your skin. But I don't think so. Acne kind of goes over pores? Maybe? My understanding of the biology of acne is not very clear. Ditch. So this is a verb and also a noun. Give up. You might ditch something if you were giving up on it. Zoo attraction. Gorilla. Cheetah. Birdcage. I don't know. Capable of handling the task. I mean, up to it, kind of, but that. I mean, adroit, but that's not really about being capable of handling. It's just like being skillful in general. Suitable, yeah. Best-selling studio album of all time, 33 times platinum. Wow. I don't know much about platinums, but 33 is a lot. It must be from a while ago, right? I don't know. Actually, do you get platinums? That's not like a yearly thing. It's just like a quantity of sales, right? So it could be a very popular album that was recent that just sold a lot, right? in principle. Hold tight. Something you and I have in common. Well, I mean, they're both vowels. That's the obvious thing about them. Voweldom? I mean, that might be a word. And it fits. No. Because attempts to hit like surely ends with an S, and even if it doesn't, it don't end with a V, let me tell you. Evans, who was the 2009 to 2010 NBA Rookie of the Year. Are you kidding me? God, Fridays are harder than I remember. Goes once around the track. Stop scrolling. Does a lap, runs a lap is probably, well, neither of them works very well with this thing on the left. Maybe it's not bedroom, I don't know, but Ole works, right? Or Ole, rather. It's worse than a bomb. I don't know. Yeah, we looked at these already. Bat. Girl. I don't know. I know there's a Supergirl. Just behind. Oh, hang on. Somehow I didn't put this A here? Did that A sneak somewhere else I didn't want it? No. Okay. Oh, it's a clot. Yes, right. I think. Right? Like a blood clot is a thrombus? Dance done to fiddle music. I don't know. Cabinet department attracts homelessness. Home unemployment agency, of course. Let's fill these in. Mint family members. I mean, it probably ends with S, right? Times with a Y. I didn't know that was like a... I know thyme is like a spice or an herb or something. But I guess they must be a family of plants. What the heck is this? Theodicy? Right? Theo like has a lot to do with God, right? And you can just imagine theodicy, something like that being a word. Dance done to fiddle music, though? I don't know about that. Okay, well, let's move on. Lightning unit. I guess it would be measured in... Would it be measured in volts? Contest or contest? Yes, it is volts. Because to contest is to vie. What can help you step up your workout routine is a Stairmaster. A country album is a world atlas. At heel, a dog who is at heel is just behind you. What a relief. A sail hoisting device, I suppose they use winches for that. A reservation is a doubt. Princess in the Crown. I don't know. Possibly Anna. Yeah, someone can be on a kick. Like, actually, it could be Anne. Let's pencil that in. Right, on a kick is like, if you're on a no-carb diet, you might be on like a no-carb kick, right? Bread in... I don't know the word for bread in... I don't even know what country this is in. I know in French, it's pain. Well, is Bologna? Is this in? I don't, it sounds like France or Italy, right? So at least it'll be a Romance language. It'll look something like this. Woman's name that becomes another woman's name. Oh, actually, we can ink in Munich now, right? With Doubt and Stairmaster, it seems pretty clear. So I don't know this yet. A whew elicitor, you would say whew after a close one. I was going to say close call, but that doesn't fit. Three-pointer is a hat trick. So not like a basketball three-pointer, but a hockey three-pointer. I'm surprised they had to put a question mark on that. It seems very clear. It doesn't seem at all roundabout. Corn or bean plant, perhaps. I don't know. Cry accompanying a double take. Well, I'm sort of inclined to fill in wait a sec. Like, oh yeah, because we know this is law. Oh, what the... There we go. Something bar law. Or burr law. Cyber law. I don't know if that's really a thing, but... M-Y. Is Y a vowel? Okay, sure. Attempts to hit? Well, a baseball player who attempts to hit would be swinging. Oh man, this song just came on. Oh no, I'm wrong. I was listening to a song, or to like, you know, streaming radio that just like, you know, play me songs like this or whatever. And I thought the one that had was just come on was one that, it's from the same album, so that's why it sounded familiar, but one I had never heard of called like Tuxedo Lightsaber Battle or something, made me laugh. And they had they sampled the sounds of lightsabers as like, you know, part of, I don't know, the chorus or whatever. America's Cup, for example, I don't know. Until due. I mean, rent is due, a baby is due, homework is due. But I don't know what is like until that. It's not late until it's due. Unlate? I don't know. Need for teachers across the board. Well, they need chalk to run across the board. An eraser, probably, right? Of course, you think like across the board, something all teachers need, or that we, you know, we need teachers everywhere or something, but I bet it's about chalkboards. A left-facing arrow in email is reply. Flat part of a flat is the sole. They're talking about shoes here. I thought at first apartments, but no, shoes. Extremely popular to a small fan base. Well, niche, right? Cult, a cult favorite. Channel. Well, let's look at the acrosses now. Ditch is dessert. That's so cruel to give me dessert pronounced and spelled like this just after yesterday's crossword, right? It didn't even occur to me that dessert is also spelled this way when it's a verb. Okay, whatever. Something house at a zoo, right? Up to it. Oh, I thought of that, and it just didn't seem right. Best-selling, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Hold tight is to clench. And channel. Adduct, right? Tyreek? Wow, never was going to get that one. It's a good thing I got all 6 crosses. Something you and I have in common. Pour over. Scan? I guess? It's questionable whether that's a use of browse or a use of the older sense of pour. I don't even know. Kind of is neither. A corn or bean plant? Anyway, we're done with all the downs now, right? Oh, no, there's this one. For blank, birthday card category. Him or her, I suppose. I'm gonna pencil in him. Just, well, gosh. Yeah, this TR is very hard to satisfy, I feel like. And an M lets you put in metro. Like sub-metro or something crazy. Like, I don't know any... Well, wait. I was thinking this was the studio album, but it's not. Sorry, I was thinking this was the studio album, but actually the down is. I don't know what you and I have to do with metro. Huh. All right, well, let's do another pass over the acrosses now that we have some more downs. What a relief. Man, a pill. I don't get it. But bar chart is looking pretty good, right? And oops. This is definitely a chart of some kind anyway. Could it be any other kind of chart? Maybe you actually say dogs are on heel or in heel. If it were in heel, it could still be a pie chart. But I don't know. I mean, 8 lunches, pretty good. And that makes, you know, Bat and Theo look pretty appealing. Money in slang. I mean, gelt would be like really, really old slang for money. I don't think that's what they're talking about here. I don't know about this dance. I'm gonna pencil in the D here. I don't know what the word means, but it's just like that's the kind of letter that would go in this kind of word. Just like the way Greek sounds. Or maybe Latin, I don't know. Do without. I mean, reject. White House family, gosh, I just don't know. What a relief. All right, well, maybe that man was sort of penciled in optimistically. And remember that this Pam might be wrong, of course. But I don't know what to put there anyway. Yes, that's the word I was thinking of. Pliant. Okay, that means yielding, right? Like in the same way that clay is. Okay. Live well, sloganeer. I mean, I can think of a brand, right? There's not a lot of things that go blank IC, right? Like Bic, and they make pens or lighters or both, or maybe there's two different companies. I don't know. Sleepy Night. I don't know. Central with to of. This is probably heart. Ah, yes, because this woman's name is Myra, which if you swap the vowels, you get Mary. Okay. Central to with of. Something heart of. In the heart of? At the heart of? Ooh, I like that. I don't like that that makes this into an E. But maybe in Italian it's P-A-N-E. On the other hand, then we have this blank N-C, which kind of sucks. But at the heart of is really good for that clue. I'll still pencil it. But it's really good. Product of transcription. Are they talking about RNA? Right? Because like RNA transcribes genes in a way. Corn or bean plant? Perhaps. Canned something. Cannery? A cannery is, in a way, a plant, as in like a factory, which consumes corn or bean and cans them. Oops, that's a T. What is this I? Oh, this is killer, right? Something killer? I don't know. You and I, do they have geometry in common? Not really. I wouldn't say so. But what other metry might they have in common? I don't know. A zoo attraction, like an ape house? You don't usually, like, I know they have like a monkey house or something. Maybe an ape house is where they have the apes, which are technically not monkeys. Or the... I mean, the kind of things that are usually in a house that are animals, you'd have like a hen house, but those wouldn't be at the zoo. A hothouse is another kind of house, but again, wouldn't be at a zoo. Likewise, of course, dog houses. Attempts to hit. Okay, so this is probably an S again, right? It's much too short for attacks. This might actually be Sleepy Night. I've never heard that. Oh, Nighty Night. Nighty Night. That's what you would say to a kid. Okay. That's helpful, hopefully. Tough nut to crack. Well, you can't really crack a donut. But of course, that doesn't fit. This might actually not even be about nuts, right? It might be about like a difficult problem is a tough nut to crack, or someone who refuses to give an answer even under pressure. Do without. I really like this A, but it doesn't fit with the across very well. Not a lot of OA blank TS, right? Early 20th century. I have no idea who was president in the early 20th century. This is why it's like helpful to have my mom to help, right? She wasn't around in the early 20th century, but it's less far away. Of course, this might not be bedroom, right? But the O seems good. You know, let's try erasing this for now and see if that makes it easier to see what some of these others are. What a relief. A pain pill is a relief. Right? It's not in quotes. It's not something you would say that means what a relief. But it's something that is a big relief. And I think a pain pill fits pretty well. It's worse than a bomb is an epic fail. Huh? You like that? We're hip. The Tafts were in the White House around then, apparently. Okay, this is looking better now. Lullaby locale. Well, I don't know. What the heck kind of top would you tell a lullaby at? Or be in a lullaby? Oh, maybe it's a locale sung about in a famous or popular lullaby. Okay, that's something to keep in mind, I guess. Ah, to do without is to eschew. So this does a lap or runs a lap. Well, now we have enough of these downs that I can start like putting in a letter here and seeing if it maybe inspires me, right? Still no idea about this Twitter label though. So let's put in runs a lap. Oh, trends. I thought it would be trending, but okay, trends, sure. I feel like I should get this lullaby locale better. Do they use... Ah, treetops. Rockabye baby in the treetop, yes. A tough nut to crack is an enigma. Apparently these women are dames. Playwright, Shaw must have been. So Rupia. Okay, cool. Cool. We're getting there. G blank C. You know, GMC? That's a company, right? They, you know, they make cars or appliances or something. So that makes some sense. Those kinds of things market themselves as kind of a lifestyle thing. At the heart of put on display without. Bust out? You could bust out your skills, but no. I like this RNA. One making a malicious attack, maybe. They don't want orc here or something stupid like that, do they? It's very fantasy racist. A zoo attraction, though. Gosh. What are like popular zoo exhibits, right? They have big cats, but those don't really live in a cat house. There's monkeys, you know, it could be the ape house. I've never really heard that phrase. You know, pandas, but not at most zoos. I don't know, we'll try ape. Until due. I don't know, maybe it's not killer. I know, like, Killer is a very famous song by, like, Michael Jackson, right? I don't know what album it was on. It might have been an album with Killer in the name. But, like, a problem with that is what exactly are the first two letters? There's not a lot of two-letter words at all. And, like, abbreviations, yeah, you could have, like, an acronym, you know, MC Killer, right? But, I don't think that would be the album name. Oh! What they have in common is they are symmetrical. Get it? Until due is probably to term, right? Like a mortgage has a term, or, you know, pregnancy is carried out to term. Put on display without. Trot out? America's Cup is a trophy, I guess. Oh, Thriller. I've heard of that album. It must be popular. Attempts to hit. It is an ape house. Look at that. One making a malicious attack, maybe. A bot. Bots make attacks on websites. Attempts to hit. Ah, it's a plural noun, not a like participle of a verb. At bats are your attempts to hit. Okay, so this is looking very much like an eraser. And a cannery was right after all. So we really just have a couple letters up here that I'm not sure about. Like 5. But you know what? I'm gonna take Batgirl. And I mean, let's put in an L. No. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, Jeet, no. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, gent, money, no. O, P, Q, R, S, guest, no. T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. None of these make any sense. And what's up with this dance? I mean, theology in general is the explanation, like, that is a subject covered by theology, but it looks very much like that is not what we have here, right? home. I mean, and by the way, this like this D, like, it fits with theodicy in just the sense that to me that sounds like kind of way a Greek word might sound. But also, like, cabinet departments are departments, right? A D, like the homelessness and unemployment department, for example, could work. But what on earth? Like, it has to be Theo, right? And then this. Like, none of these are right. Okay, well, tell you what. Just a minute ago, my parents called me, and I could take a break from this crossword, call them back, and see if my mom has any ideas. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I talked to my parents, and my mom was able to easily fill in the squares that I had wrong. In particular, she confirmed, she looked at this and was like, oh yeah, of course, reel. That's the predecessor of a square dance, is a Virginia reel. Don't you know anything? And sure, she agreed that gelt is, you know, a slang term for money. And I was like, seemed pretty old to me. So I knew it was a slang term, but not knowing that a reel was a kind of dance, I questioned whether this was really gelt or something else. I still don't know what this HUD is. Some sort of homelessness and unemployment department, I guess. And theodicy, you know, I filled it out without knowing that it was a word, but it was right. Let's actually look up what the HUD is. Ah, the Department of Housing and Urban Development. So the D doesn't even stand for department. I just got lucky there. It's the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Okay, very funny. And so it was actually down here. The word, I had guessed this might be an N, or an I actually, when I was spelling French for bread. But I guess it's Italian for bread. And GNC I had never heard of, or I don't remember hearing of, whereas GMC, of course, I have heard of. But apparently they like, they sell vitamins or something? Supplements? General Nutrition Corporation or something like that? Yeah, so I was only missing like this one letter here and I didn't even know it. Yeah, so what language is P-A-N-E bread? It's Italian, yeah. Oh, is it pronounced pane? They love those kinds of syllables, right? I don't know. Let's listen. You can't hear it, but pane. Yeah. See, I had it exactly right. Once I knew it was Italian and nailed it. Anyway, that's the crossword. I'm pretty proud of this Friday. If I had just like gone back and put this to an N, and it would have been right, but I was like, there's no way it's GNC. Maybe I would have tried that if I didn't have my mom on speed dial, so to speak. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.